Welcome to Coach's Spotlight. I'm Ed Codi. We are at North Allegheny High School. If Pittsburgh is the city of champions, then North Allegheny is the high school of champions. No other team has won more WPIAL championships than the Tigers, and no school in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has won more state championships than the Tigers. We're going to honor some of their recent championship teams, starting with their elite swim team, Coach Patrick Wenzel, and star swimmer Mason Gonzalez. Coach Patrick Wenzel, I'm looking at all your records, 7 straight WPL championships, 2 straight state championships. You don't have a great program. You have an elite program here.
Well, thank you very much. We pride ourselves in swimming with excellence and training with excellence, and the results kind of speak for themselves at this point.
You swam here at North Allegheny. You set some records yourself. You went on to swim at Ohio State. What brought you back here to coach?
Well, actually, I was looking to get a master's degree in business, and I started helping out my previous coach, Corky Semler, and I just fell in love with it. Fell in love with working with kids, took over the club program, and have been doing it for 15 years now on a club level and been the head coach for 5. It's a wonderful place to work, and just great people, great coaches, great athletic department, and I can't just speak highly enough about the kids.
How do you get to this level where, I mean, to win 1 or 2 championships in a row is impressive. To win 7 WPIAL in a row and back-to-back state championships. And when you won this recent state championship, you scored 300 points. North Penn was in second place, 190. That's like a 60-0 blowout in football.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, we won 8 out of the 11 events at the state meet this year, and we really swum away from people on a lot of them. I'm just really proud of our feeder program. That's really how this happens, is you start at a young age, the kids buying in, and the kids really working together. They set their own goals, and I just guide them towards it.
Let's talk about that feeder program. How early do you get these kids involved?
Well, sometimes I get them as early as 6 years old, and I promote doing lots of different sports, but the more time they spend in the pool, they're going to be better. A lot of them commit pretty early, and that's kind of where it takes off from.
When you get these kids here involved in a swimming program, what are the things that you demand and ask from them?
Well, as I said earlier, I demand excellence. Our program is all about technique and speed. So we're trying to teach them to do the things correctly and then to do them correctly at a very high rate of speed.
Well, speaking of excellence, I'm going to turn here to someone who exemplifies excellence. Your star swimmer, Stanford University recruit, Mason Gonzalez. Mason, I don't know how many records you set this year, WPIAL state records, and you are part of 2 relay teams, the 200 and 400 free relays, that have set national records. That's impressive. Has that sunk in for you guys?
I don't know if it'll ever sink in fully. I mean, it's something that we really work towards all season and really just put our minds to, like, the first day of practice. And, I mean, seeing it pay off in the pool is really something special.
Let's look here and give credit to the guys on the relay teams with you. In the 400, yourself, Andrew Zhang, Rick Mihm, and Jack Wright. And then stepping in for Zhang on the 200 was Joel Songer. How do you guys get yourselves prepared for these meets?
I think we really try to have fun with everything, because one of the most important things of swimming fast at a meet is not getting too into your head. So we really try to have fun with all the state meets and, like, all of our big championship meets that we do throughout the year. And I think just having that sense of, like, camaraderie on our team really helps us get through these big, tough championship meets.
So you are involved in these 2 relays, and yet you have individual competitions yourself in the 50
and the 100 freestyle
and 100 freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, how do you pace yourself to perform in all 4 of these events?
I mean, there's not a whole lot of pacing to do for the 50 and the 100 freestyle. They're pretty sprinty events, but during practice we work on a lot of speed work on a lot of turn drills to get my turns really quick, and so I can get off the wall as fast as possible. And before the race, I really just try to kind of empty my mind of all, like, the worries I have and things that happen, like, when you're sitting in that ready room. So just trying to clear your head and just focus on, like, putting all that you have worked towards through the season into this one race is something I really try to do.
A lot of people come to the meets, and I watch meets on TV, and you see it looks so easy for you guys, but there's an awful lot of hard work behind everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the pool upwards of, I'd say, 15 hours a week or more. And, I mean, it is definitely one of the most challenging sports out there, I'd say. But, I mean, all the glory in the end, I think, is worth it.
I ask all the athletes in sports like this, what's your daily caloric intake like?
I honestly don't know. It's definitely upwards of 2,500 to 3,000, but yeah.
Do you ever go to coach, hey, we need a little break, we're working too hard, or you just keep quiet?
Most of the time I just keep quiet. I mean, I kind of trust him to keep the process working for us.
Now you're going to Stanford. What events will you compete in at Stanford?
Most likely I'll still compete in the 50 and the 100 freestyle, and I'll also compete in the 200 freestyle and maybe the 100 fly, but that's up to my coach to decide out there.
You pretty much had your choice with all your success of any school you wanted to go to in the country. How'd you settle on Stanford?
I really just like the team out there. Like that was probably one of the biggest factors of making my college decision, was deciding on what team I think I would fit in with best. And one of the things I love about our team here at NA is that we just come to practice and we just have fun with each other every day. And I think I felt the most like that out at Stanford. I thought the guys' team was so together. They had fun all the time. They just did everything together, and I thought that was really special to me.
Doesn't hurt that it's one of the top academic schools in the country, and it's pretty nice out there in Palo Alto too.
Yeah, it's really a great campus. I'm really excited.
What have you decided what you're going to major in at Stanford?
Not officially yet, but I'm hoping to major in something either chemical engineering or bioengineering with a hope to go into the medical field.
Wow, you're going to be busy between swimming and studying, and those two fields you're going to put a lot of time in. Congratulations to you. Just a phenomenal career that you've had. I know 30 years from now you and your buddies are going to get together and you're going to look back at what a great job you guys did here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Coach, this program, 7 straight, WPIL, 2 state, what's the future look like?
Well, I think we're still going to be pretty good for a while. I know that the younger kids are always looking up at these guys like Mason and saying, maybe someday I can do that. And that's another way to keep things moving in the right direction. Good leadership and, kids working hard at a young level.
Coach Patrick Wenzel and star swimmer Mason Gonzalez, I want to thank you. I'll be right back with more from North Allegheny. If you think the boys' swim team was powerful here at North Allegheny with 7 straight WPIAL championships, move over, boys. Here come the girls. They've won 10 straight WPIAL championships, and one of the star swimmers, Kristine Mihm, she's the sister of Rick Mihm, who's on a couple of record teams, but she's pretty good in her own right. Quite a success. I can't wrap my head around 10 straight WPIAL championships.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. It was not as easy as you would think, but all the hard work that we put in really paid off in the end.
Kristine, you were involved in the 200 and 100 freestyle, and then you were a part of 2 WPIAL championship relay teams. You're headed to the University of Richmond. Why Richmond for you?
When I went on my recruiting trip, it really stood out to me with their academics and combination of swimming and school, and I just felt like I was right at home.
And what are you interested in studying at Richmond?
I plan to study business, but we'll see where it takes me.
I asked Mason about the rigors of swimming and putting in a lot of time. I'm sure it's the same for you, same coach, same rigors.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but when the season is finally over, it's all worth it in the end.
How long have you been swimming, and when did you get started? What age?
I began when I was 6. Not on ANSC, it was just a summer swim team, but that's when it started.
Now, you guys swim almost year-round. Do you ever take a break and say, I just need some time to relax?
After states, we take about 2 weeks off, and then in the summer, we take about 2 weeks off. That's pretty much it.
Kristine, I want to thank you. The accomplishments, 10 straight WPL championships in swimming is just phenomenal. 17 overall for the boys and girls the last 10 years is just phenomenal. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with more from here at North Allegheny. I am back with one of the most decorated track stars in WPIAL history, Ayden Owens. Ayden, I'm looking at your accomplishments. You led the team to the WPIAL AAA Team Championship. You won 4 events, the long jump, the 110 and 300 hurdles, and the 100-meter dash. You have gold medals in the WPIAL and in the state from last year. You are the record holder in the 110 hurdles in the state. In 2017, you won a decathlon at New Balance Outdoor Nationals, and he is headed to the University of Southern California. Congratulations, just a phenomenal career.
Thank you so much.
How have you been able to balance out your success in all 4 of these events?
You know, being a decathlete, I've always had to train multiple events. Doing the decathlon last summer at Nationals, I was training all year. I've been training my whole life for these. So like 4 events really isn't anything to me in these dual meets and these whip-wheel meets. So I mean, I'm used to doing 10 in 2 days. So 4 events is like kind of an easy day for me. So I'm used to it.
What's your goal here heading in? As a matter of fact, you'll be leaving here to go to the individual qualifiers. Will you be involved in these same 4 events?
No, I'll be doing 110 hurdles, 300 hurdles, long jump, and the 4x4.
Well, you have the record in 110. What's your goal this year, besides maybe you want to break your own record? You going after a record in any other event?
Yeah, I want to get every record in the whip wheel that I'm in. You know, I want to try to get both hurdles definitely. So with the 110 hurdles, I want to break my own state record, continue to PR, and try to get the 300 hurdle state record as well, since I don't have that, and then try to win all 3 at states, and then win the 4x4 as well. So.
Ayden, I'm sure just like with Mason, you were highly recruited. Why did you pick USC?
Yeah, USC stood out amongst the others. I visited Michigan, Virginia, Stanford, and USC. And USC was my last visit, and it really was just the best one of them all. I loved the campus. I loved the atmosphere, the caliber just of excellence on the track and in the classroom. Just the people were motivated to another level, and they were all, you know, Olympian coaches and all that. So it all added up to be the school that I really wanted to be a part of. So.
Well, you know Jordan Geis, and he's the male athlete of the year out there in the Pac-12, set records that no other freshman has ever done. How much is that like inspiring you to go out there and start things off your freshman year?
It definitely inspires me to do big things because, you know, training with him last year, we'd throw every weekend together, and now he's out there in the Pac-12, you know, doing this thing and winning and, you know, setting records already. So I want to go out there and hopefully leave the same mark that as he is doing.
Ayden, congratulations to you on just a phenomenal career. I'm going to wish you all the luck in the world, and good luck today in the WPIL.
All right, thanks a lot.
I'll be right back with more from here at North Allegheny High School. From swimming to track and now to girls basketball, and more gold for the North Allegheny Tigers. I'm here with basketball coach Spencer Stefko. Back-to-back WPIAL championships, 56-3 the last 2 years. Only 1 loss in the WPIAL. The other 2 losses in the state championship game a year ago and in the semi-final game this year. Coach, a tremendous run for your team.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've been blessed with some kids who are very talented, but also with some kids who just play the right way. That's the thing that's easiest to be proud of. They share the ball offensively. They make sure that the right kids are taking the right shots from the right spots, and they help each other out defensively. And they're just a dream to coach.
When you took this basketball program over, it was one of the few sports that had not won a WPIAL championship. I think they won one back in '74, but it wasn't under the WPIAL at that time. How did you get this program built and bring it to the level that it is at right now?
To be honest, from the bottom of my heart, I stayed out of the way and let kids like Haley Zeiss and Abby Gonzalez and Taylor Lake, and then this year kids like Piper and Madeline and Audrey and Dana and Courtney. I just let leadership take hold, and you know, all the groundwork was laid by previous coaches to the extent that coaches are needed. But these kids and these families just get it, and we've been blessed with those. And best thing I've done is stay out of the way and let good players play.
No. Talk about those two losses. The state championship game was by 1 point, and then you lost the semifinal game this year. You were not at full strength. Rachel Martindale, I was at your championship game. She went down with that ACL, but so close. So I'm sure with back-to-back WPL championships, your motivation is to get that state championship at some time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's always our goal. There's that time-honored question between what's bigger, a WPL or a state, and it seems logical that the state championship would be a bigger deal, but around here sometimes it's not. These kids have bought into that, and even though we've gotten the WPL the last couple of years, that wasn't really our goal. Our goal was to, all the WPL championship game really is a seeding game. Are you going to come out the 1 or the 2 seed? Each team makes the state. And when it comes to WPL championship game, they've done a great job of getting themselves up for it, because I kind of reserve the extra intensity for the state tournament, and they've done a great job doing that. And yeah, getting a state will always be the motivator, and you'd especially like to get it for the kids like Rachel who have been through some adversity, and some of the other kids who have paid their dues, and it might be their time now. So it'll be exciting to coach them again next year.
Coach, with all this success that you've had, how has this added to your recruitment, more players interested in the program and your feeder programs?
Well, we have to be careful with the word recruitment with the PIAA listening now. To be clear,
I didn't mean it in that regard.
To be clear, we have a lot of kids in the middle schools who are interested in it, and it has stimulated some interest. And I don't think it's just because the kids have been successful. I think it's because of the way they've been successful. Up tempo, sharing a ball, helping each other defensively, doing some unconventional things that are difficult to coach at the high school level, because you usually don't have kids who can do those things. And we've been blessed with some kids who have been able to. And I'm a very lucky guy, and we're a very lucky program to have those kids.
Coach Spencer Stefko, and Coach, I'm sure the cupboard's not bare, and you're looking at a three-peat next year, but congratulations on back-to-back championships.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'll be right back with a couple of stars from the basketball team. I am here with a very successful backcourt tandem for the two-time WPIAL championship girls basketball team. To my right, junior Rachel Martindale, and to my left, senior Piper Morningstar. You two combined for 28 points and nearly 13 rebounds a game. 56-3 run the last 2 years. Very, very successful. You girls have to be proud of your accomplishments, Rachel.
Yes, we're very proud of that. I think that our team works really well together all the time. I think that helps a lot.
Rachel, you were sailing along. I was at the championship game, and you got hurt there. I think it was the third, or was it the third quarter? Beginning of the fourth quarter when you went down. Did you know right away how bad it was?
I figured it was pretty bad because I wasn't able to get back up, and usually I try my best to continue, but I heard a pop, so I was thinking the worst at that time, but hoping for the best.
You've had surgery. How's your recovery coming along?
Rehab's going really well right now. I should be off crutches pretty soon, so I'm excited about that.
Now, no softball this spring. When do you think you'll be back on the court, and maybe even any chance you'll play softball this year?
No chance of softball this year, but I'm hoping to be back by our first game next year for basketball.
I'm going to turn over here now to Piper. You really picked up the slack when she got hurt. You really did a great job. Nearly got the team back in to another state championship game. Tough to lose that semifinal game. What's been the best part of your last 2 years here, these championships and playing with Rachel?
I'd say just definitely making all the memories with the teammates. We love playing together all the time, so I'd say that was the main thing.
You're going to Radford University in Virginia. What made you pick Radford?
The coaching staff, the campus is really pretty. Everything about it, I just really fell in love with it, and I went on visit. So,
you girls realized until you won that championship, WPL 2 years ago, they'd never won a WPL championship here. How much of a motivation was that for you girls? You're smiling about it. Must have been huge.
It was, because every day we would have practice, and every other team had banners in the gym. So every day we're like, okay, we want that banner. So that was kind of our goal, to see our year up there for basketball.
How'd you feel about that?
So great. I mean, it was definitely our goal all season, just to get that banner up there.
Now, next year, you're coming back. What are the thoughts about a three-peat?
I'm I'm hoping for it. I think we got a chance, and I think our team is ready. I think we're determined to win it.
Now, she's going to Radford. You made All-State 6A and number one All-Stars in the WPIAL. What about you in terms of recruitment and schools that you're interested in?
So I have some Division I scholarships, but I'm not positive on where I want to go yet.
What are you looking to do when you go to Radford? You're still going to play a guard position or anything different for you when you go there?
Still guard, still shooting guard.
You think you're going to stick with the guard position?
Well, yeah. I mean,
you do have a
that's how
pretty
you
good
recruit.
outside shot. I always thought you could score more. You're pretty selective in your shooting, though.
Yeah, I am. I think I like to take the good ones and then pass up the bad ones and then find my team a better shot. So.
Well, congratulations to you girls. We're going to see you next year in that run for a three-peat. And congratulations to you, and good luck to you at Radford.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll be right back after this. Back here at North Allegheny, we are going to finish our show with a guy who heads up this fantastic athletic program, Athletic Director Bob Bozzuto. Bob, I'm so impressed. The boys have won 7 straight WPL championships, 2 straight state. The girls have won 10 straight WPL championships. This is in swimming. The girls back-to-back basketball championships. The boys track, they won a number of championships. You have outstanding athletes all over the place. And I said on the lead-in, no other team in the WPL has won more championships than North Allegheny. No other high school in the Commonwealth has won more championships than the Tigers. This is the school of champions.
Well, we have been very successful athletic-wise, and we have outstanding young people, as you have met a few of them, and we're very, very proud of their accomplishments in their athletic arena, but most importantly in their academic areas.
You mentioned the academics. Give us some statistics. We're always interested in that and how well the athletes do here.
Well, we have an athletic director's scholar athlete program, and we have approximately this year 3,000 student athletes in grades 7 through 12, and the average GPA was 3.80, and it's just a statistic that we're very, very proud of, because we are student scholar athletes first. Okay, students first, and then followed by being very good athletics, very good athletes. So we're very proud of all their accomplishments.
Bob, I know having coached here, how much pride there is in the success of every program, and you head the athletic department up. What's the toughest thing about your job?
Well, I think the toughest thing is getting to all the different areas during playoff times. But no, I think we just try to stay focused on what we're trying to do. We try to keep everybody even keeled and grounded. And again, with the outstanding tradition, one of the things at North Allegheny that is great is that no one's bigger than the program. And when you take a look at some of the people like the Lee Barrels, the Bobby Wrights, in our community and so forth, and you take a look at the outstanding tradition, again, we're just part of that foundation.
Bob, we talk so much about the time that the coaches put in and players put in. How about the time that you put in? What's a typical day like for you?
Well, it usually starts very early. I only sleep 3 to 4 hours a night, so I'm up usually at 4 o'clock in the morning working, and then usually I go to bed right around 12 o'clock, 12:30 at night. And when I'm very fortunate. I love my job, and it's something that you have to do 7 days a week, and you have to do many, many hours. And again, taking a look at our student athletes and everything that they do. So my day is pretty long, but it's a lot of fun.
I often ask coaches, what do you expect of your players? I'm going to ask you, what do you expect of your coaches when you hire them?
Well, number one, loyalty to our school district, loyalty to our athletes. And, we always talk about determination, dedication, discipline, and having a great desire for North Allegheny. And they spend a great deal of time, and I'm very proud. That's probably when people ask and they take a look at some of our facilities and everything, I'm most proud of the people that we have in those positions, because they're with our kids 6 out of the 7 days of a week, and they're great role models. and that's what we want. And that's why I think we've been very successful. You know, you talk about Patrick Wenzel, you take Spencer Stefko, but you go, Art Walker, and you take a look at Danny Shaw, John Neff, John Rulin in lacrosse, and you go through all that. Andrew Heck, baseball-wise, Rick Meister, who's been many, many years, and taking a look at everybody that's part of our program. They're very knowledgeable, they're very dedicated, and they do a great job with our young people.
Bob, I want to thank you for setting this up for us, allowing us to come here. Congratulations to you on this great athletic program that you have.
Well, we'd like to thank you and your staff. You guys do a great job in terms of high school coverage, and we very much appreciate it.
That's it from here at North Allegheny High School in another episode of Coach's Spotlight. We'll see you next time.